Hey everybody, welcome to Cypher Sisters episode, I don't know, season 2. Sorry about last week. We definitely I'll be honest, I needed to take a little bit of a mental health day. I'm a human being and we keep it real on Cypher Sisters, and I was in need of a mental health day, so we couldn't do the show last week, but we're back. I'm feeling a lot better and we ready to get into it.
Heck yeah.
So we'll start with the huge. What you smoking on, Malika?
So this is a dab. It's got some Kim Dog in it. And I've been lazy
Ooh.
about pulling up my strains lately. I be forgetting, guys. So you got to work with me a little bit. But yeah, so Kim Dog, it's something I got out the dispensary. It's a concentrate and it's lovely. And I tell you what, all you need is like 2 puffs of a dab. I mean, the concentrate just takes it to a whole nother level for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even need to. So, like, you can get like a little container for like $90 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I still got part of that container left. And I bought that shit like 2-3 months ago.
That's
And
really
all you need to do is put like a little bit on the bottom of your dab stick, inhale that shit, and you good to go. So I'm a fan of dabbing now. That's my shit. That is my shit.
I love, it's crazy. Maybe I need to try dabbing again, but I tried it when it was like just gaining popularity and the gadgets weren't there and it
Gotcha.
was hard to get dabs. So I kind of was just like, but I understand what you're saying. It is a nice quality high, or
Yes.
I should say quality experience. Because we can't just lock our cannabis experience into just calling it a high.
Yes.
Um,
It's relaxing. I mean, it just helps get you to the point where you need to be a lot quicker. So if I'm having
exactly.
like a very stressed out day, I could take a couple of dabs and then I'm chill and I'm good, and it lasts for hours.
Nice.
So I can't even
Nice.
complain about that. This is the Kim Dog strand that I'm smoking in the dab, or the concentrate in the Kim Dog. So in the Kim Dog, it is 18% THC. Oh, this is probably why I get relaxed, right? 18 or 1% CBG. Um
Nice. CBG is an excellent cannabinoid uh,
yes.
for rewiring brain circuits, healing nerves, all of that good stuff.
And I think it helps with stress too, because it's been calming me down. So
Nice.
it's calming. It doesn't have a whole bunch of THC in it, but the effects are euphoric, uplifted. You get more creative. The flowers that they used to make it was diesel chemical, or flavors, excuse me, diesel, chemical, and pungent. So it is kind of pungent to hit, but yeah, here we go. And it's funny I said the stress, right? 39% of people reported helping with stress. So we know what the fuck we talking about before we read shit. So that's what I'm smoking on, man. What you got over there?
So my gifter, because I'm not gonna be calling him a plug anymore, to respect his safety. My gifter, he just be coming to me with the new flavors, so much so that when I look them up, they're so new that it's just the seeds on sale and not even like a description or review on it. Um,
Mm,
but this is called Atomic Mac.
okay.
Um, the research that I could find says it's a 70-30 hybrid, 70
Mm,
indica, 30 sativa.
mm-hmm.
It's a cross between Chem Dog, which you were just talking about, and OG Kush. 26% THC and 1% CBD. Um, I don't read like what people say it's supposed to do, I guess, because I don't care. But I will say for me, it's definitely been relaxing.
Mm,
Um, it doesn't make me anxious,
mm.
and that might be because of the CBD.
Yeah.
Because CBD entourage effect, it's known to lessen the paranoia of THC. So, but overall, flavor is nice. It has a light flavor. It's a good pull, and I'm enjoying it.
Here, 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 here. So I have a gifter now. I like that name, the gifter. Um, who is a female gifter, because we've been talking about dealing with females.
Mm-hmm.
And this young lady was able to supply like moon rock, which I've tried for the first time, and it was absolutely amazing. It was just amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, so I have that, and she provides concentrate too at really reasonable prices. So I was all about that. And the concentrate is,
At free because she's a gifter, right?
yeah, she's a gifter. She's a
She's
gifter.
good. You barter at good. She's
We
got
bought
good
her.
bartering rates.
Yes, we bought her. And I mean, my bartering rate for her, for the concentrate is like what, a quarter of what I pay at the dispensary. So
With your card because you are blessed to have a card.
yeah. And another thing, like I use I'm sorry, hers was mango. So that made it even better, right?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
I may save some for you.
I hope you do.
So yeah, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
So what's going on in the world legally?
man, we got a lot of stuff. Hang on one second. I'm gonna type of look. I ain't eat breakfast, everybody, so I'm munching on a kind bar. Y'all forgive me. So, So legally, we got a lot of stuff going on, right? So remember, last time I talked about the DOJ and that ruling of people being able to have weapons while being a cannabis consumer. The DOJ is now appealing that, and so they're definitely trying to fight that. So we'll see how that goes. We just got to keep our eye on it, right? Texas is allowing patients to use cannabis now. That's a big deal because it's Texas, right?
Yeah,
so we're talking about these southern states that are starting to come around, and so it's starting to make more sense. In Germany, though, Germany is Europe's largest economy, so it's Europe's largest economy, or the largest economy over there, and they're talking about legalizing cannabis in the coming weeks. So we'll have to follow that. The other bigger countries like France is paying attention to what, or popular countries, I won't say bigger, but the popular countries are paying attention to what's going on with that. And so France may be right behind them a couple of steps. So fingers crossed on that, because that would be beautiful to be able to travel and explore cannabis.
I know, right?
Exploring sites and things like that. That makes it a whole different experience. You know what I mean?
And the edibles in France would be 1,000. 1,000.
Oh, the chocolate.
I am here for the edible chocolate croissants. Hello.
Girl. You may have to take a tour over and host a trip. That is Cypher Sister goals when it becomes legalized in Paris. You know what I mean? To one day be able to take a trip over there, host a trip with some of you ladies and gents on the line. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty fucking awesome. Kentucky is one of the first states to start regulating Delta 8, so kudos to them. I'm proud of them.
Good.
We're going to see if that starts to trickle down to the rest of the states, so that people are no longer getting the stuff that could really hurt them.
I'm curious about why they started regulating what was happening there.
So I'm not even going to front. I didn't even go down the rabbit hole to find out why.
No, I'm going to go ahead and research it. That's just my own.
No, I get it, because it makes sense, right? Like, are people dying? Like, are people having heart? Like, what's happening for Kentucky to feel that it is a necessity to regulate it now? And so, yeah, I'm with you. I think that'd be a great rabbit hole to go down. DOE, Department of Education, is hosting a webinar today, Understanding and Preventing Student Cannabis Use. I think it's funny now that the government is starting to get involved in hosting programs and things like that. They've never done this before, right?
But what's crazy? This is kind of like reminiscent of like Dare. Remember Dare when we were kids and stuff?
When we were kids, yeah.
I want to see what their curriculum looks like, because if it's like theirs, it's not going to work out.
Well, it's coming. I think it's today from 2 to 3. You can go to the DOE website. I'll send you the link if you like, and then you can check it out.
Yeah, send it to me. I'm gonna check that out. I'm curious.
I think I may have even put in the Cypher Sisters link.
For the simple fact that you can't, like, the way too much is known and it's too accessible, and they have all these other janky cannabinoids that are just right on the market for free. I mean, you know what I mean? Freely accessible, meaning that you can pick it up from at the gas station.
Yeah.
Like, So I just want to know, like,
what their
what
plan
the
is.
conversation is going to look like in a world like that. It's not the same as it was when we was kids. You know what
It's
I'm
not.
saying?
It's not. And you know what? I did post it in the Cypher Sisters, but I will post it. I posted it in our group chat, but I will post the link on Facebook as well, so you guys can take a look. And hopefully they have a
Yeah,
Q&A session so that we'll be able
please.
to ask some questions. Right?
Love it.
Yes. Yes. So that's happening today. Again, I'm sorry, I said 2 to 3 is 3 to 4. 3 to 4 today.
Okay.
All right. So Florida legislation aimed at dun, 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 getting Black farmers licenses and things to produce cannabis. Isn't that awesome? Like, they created legislation. They knew it was needed in Florida. The rest of these states are not looking at the social disparities as they should be, or they claim they are, and they're not doing anything. Like, this is a big first step. And shout out to Florida for taking that step. That's a big deal in Florida. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's not even really legalized in Florida recreationally. Cannabis is only legalized medicinally in Florida right now. So, I mean, even though, sky's the limit in Florida, if we being real. But yeah, so that's where we at. Virginia. We always got to come to Virginia because this is where me
That's
and
our place. What's
this
up?
is
What's
me
up? What's
where
going
me and my sister live.
on?
So Virginia ruled that the smell of cannabis in a parked car is no longer probable cause in a search.
Hey, 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 hey.
Yep.
Now we can
So if the
park
car
it.
is parked and you smoking, they can't search your shit. But let's not be being careless out there either.
For real.
Let's not give them a reason to come for us. Let's be respectful. Find a discreet place. Do it at cautious level.
If you feel like parking and smoking, make sure there's nothing else in your car.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I mean, that's just really all it is.
No forgotten guns.
Yeah, just come with your one
like
spliff. Don't have your ounce. Don't have ounces. Don't have nothing. Just
Even though in Virginia, legally, I believe you're able to carry, and I have to do the research, up to an ounce.
I think it's up to a half, actually.
I have to check because I think for the medicinal people, it may be up to an ounce.
Oh,
yes. Okay. So we'll come back
to that. I don't have my card, later. So I know I'm ashamed, but I don't have my card.
Yeah, we'll get you one, honey.
High key, I'm also like,
you're a rebel.
Boycotting the dispensary that's up the block from me because I feel like they just up in here in the community and not doing shit to improve the community.
Oh no, they won't. But that's G-Leaf, right? So a lot of these cannabis, these larger companies do that. They move into your community. They're not doing, but okay, there's not a lot that we see. And I'm going to say it like that because if they are doing something, we don't know about it. We don't see it. And it would probably behoove them because, some people don't really like tooting their own horns, but it would behoove cannabis businesses to toot their own horns to let people know what they are doing in the community because they could be offering like free cards.
We have a playground. We have a playground. They could donate to the playground, fix that shit up a little.
Cleanup day.
You feel me? Exactly.
They could clean up the neighborhood. Trees.
They could, you know what I'm saying? My neighborhood is a very low income neighborhood to the point where we have crackheads and that and the like, right?
And there's still crackheads.
Why aren't they, you know what I mean, supposedly you're supposed to be creating jobs with your dispensary, right? Why isn't there some type of program where you educating people on how to be a bud tender and then you hire a few? You know what I'm saying? Like, G-Leaf is such a disappointment. It's not even funny, but whatever.
Maybe we should write their corporate offices and see what they're doing and ask the direct questions because it's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing because cannabis is such a communal drug, right? Or a communal. I'm not going to even call it drug. Cannabis is such a communal plant that people utilize it in all different ways. And it's like whenever you're smoking and somebody next to you smokes, you just automatically pass them the spliff. You know what I'm saying? Because it's that type of community.
Or if you find out that somebody does, you like, hey, you want to go?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. It's something you love to share. It's
Yes,
better when you
it's a
share it.
sharing,
It is.
and it's community. It's about community. It's about, because during those times you're talking to people, like you. There's a lot that happens in the
Mhm,
sesh. You
mhm.
know what I'm saying? Like this is Cypher Sisters. We having a cipher right now. We having a sesh right now while we talking. But there's a lot that goes on in that, and so it would behoove them to give back to the community. I agree with you.
Exactly.
You should write them a strongly
Well,
worded letter.
maybe we will see.
Yes,
We'll
we will
see.
see. All right. So, New York Assembly approved a bill that requires public health programs to cover cannabis expenses. Shout out to New York.
New York
And
ain't playing.
private insurances can cover it as well, according to New York.
I love it.
Right? Right?
Love it.
So I had a lot of good news in what's happening today in cannabis. Currently there are
New
16
York
bills
is
that are
doing
being
big
heard
things.
today. Huh?
New York is doing big things. I gotta
New
give
York
them
is
that.
always doing big things when it
I
comes to this.
know.
Yeah.
That's my home. My
They are
real home.
trailblazers right now. But there are other states that there are other states that are contributing, because Kentucky's a trailblazer by looking at that Delta 8 situation. Florida's a
Hmm.
trailblazer by bringing the black farmers, specifically black farmers, to farm cannabis. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of stuff that's going out there in the cannabis community that's just fascinating. But New York is making some huge strides really quickly.
It is. Yeah, they are. They
Yeah.
really are.
So currently, like I said, there are 16 bills out there today. You guys got to be careful, pay attention to what's happening in your state so you understand the laws. And as always, there are about 1,105 bills that still need to be heard, but 16 are going up today. I think like 15 went up yesterday. So they're always doing something every day in the cannabis community, and that's a positive thing. And that's what I got for the ledge, honey.
That's what's up, and that's a lot. A lot
Yeah,
is going on. A lot of changes are happening, and I'm excited.
a lot of good stuff.
Um, so we did, because you're talking about Florida. On another note, for Florida,
Yes.
the governor, basically is putting up a ban on girls being able to talk about their period in school, and I'm disgusted.
Oh, everything he does to me is disgusting. The critical race theory issue, all of that. He's just basically going down there and tearing up that beautiful state. And I'm surprised because there are so many snow bunnies and things that go down there. You know what I mean? And so many people have moved from like other states to be in Florida that they just all turned Republican. Like, is nobody voting? What the fudge is happening? But
I think
going,
a lot of the people that live there
pisses me off.
I think most people that live there are like part-time livers and kind of aren't paying attention to that aspect of living there. You know what I mean?
They should, because it's about to change the way that whole state operates.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Little by little, the freedoms are getting chipped away. Chip, 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 chip. And it's gonna be it's not
Horrible
gonna be
place to live.
Yeah, it's really not. It's really not. I mean, I for one already didn't really care for Florida to begin with, so it's fine with me.
Yeah, I didn't plan on moving there. I mean, I looked at it a few times, but like, I just can't. And I know that I just can't get down there.
Yeah, me too.
I can't do it.
I looked at it a few times from different angles. I was like, okay, maybe if I live a little further up north, not Fort Lauderdale, not definitely. There was no way I was living in Miami. That was completely.
Oh no, it was Tampa for me, honey.
But
I was always on the
I just can't do it.
But yeah,
every time I go there, I can't wait to go back home.
See. I mean, it depends. For me, it depends, because if the weather is crappy, right, up here, then I'm enjoying the sunshine for a few days. But after a while, I do want to get home. You're right. You want to get home to your shit. You want to be in your own environment. You want to be able to smoke a joint on your porch. You just want to chill, right? And not have the stressors.
When I go to Florida, I always feel like I'm in like a bizarro world. Ugh. Especially if I go there in the winter.
Lord.
It's like, it feels like I'm in some type of weird bizarro world where like I entered a bubble. You know what I mean?
Explain it a little more. So, what makes it feel bizarre, or is it the way
It's
people are
like the
dressing? It's the
heat, me
vibe.
walking around in summer clothes, people's attitudes. Like, I remember one time this lady, she was definitely dealing with some mental health issues.
Oh,
She came up to me and she was screaming in my face, bro, and I had to just like, cause I was not getting fucked up by no crazy lady. And I know when I could beat somebody up and when I can't.
oh,
She would have handed me my life. Yeah.
ooh.
So I had to just stand there. But that was the moment when I was like, I don't ever want to be here again. Like I can't be
Not
here.
full time. Mm-mm.
Cause like the heat in Florida, if you are
It's a different heat.
if you're suffering from some type of mental health issue, it's the kind of heat that torments you and makes you feel even worse. You know what I mean? Like
That sucks.
I was looking at that lady and I was like, I understand. I understand. This is not the place to be crazy at.
This is not the place to be anything in. Jeez, Florida. And
Yeah.
no offense to the people that live out there. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
we
yeah,
got
yeah, yeah,
families
yeah.
that live out
I'm happy
there.
for y'all. Y'all love
I've
it.
stayed out there for a minute. It's just my personal experience that I happen to like. I like the slow life of Virginia, but I like the fact that I have access to everything.
This is not coming from nowhere. I've spent almost every summer of my life in
See?
Florida,
Yeah.
from ages what 9 to like 20, and then still kept coming back to visit. Lived there one point, so I definitely know what I'm speaking of,
Yeah.
and
It's
I'm
just,
very clear that it's not the place for me. For those who love it, enjoy.
yeah, please, please. We're
Like,
leaving more room for you.
mhm.
Nah, but if money were no object, I'd probably be, and I had to be forced to live in the States, I'd probably be back in Cali. If I'm keeping it a buck. Yeah.
I mean, if money were no object, I would still live where I live now.
Yeah.
But I would also have like my little spot in New York that I went to regularly because that's my home. Brooklyn is my home. Like,
No, I feel you. That's how I feel about San Diego. So it's like,
yeah.
yeah, man. Just gotta go home. Just gotta go
But
home.
yeah,
Yeah.
money is an object, so I live here.
Yes. 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 No vacation home in yeah. Soon. But not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. So I'm sorry, honey. I jumped all the way off topic and then we got to down in Florida and we totally forgot about the DeSantis and his
Because he ain't worth a damn. I just want y'all to know he's coming after your babies more and more. And it's not fair that girls can't talk about their period at school. You know what I'm saying? Like because it's like what are they supposed to say when they have their period? Like,
Well, and here's the thing. Okay, so let's just take this a step deeper, right? The first place I learned about my period was in school.
mm,
That's where I learned that this was going to happen to my body because I didn't really have anybody sit me to the side and tell me what was going to happen. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
So the first place I learned about my period coming was in the 5th grade. The first time I learned about the changes in my body was watching a video in the 5th grade.
Wow.
So because of that, I feel that is an important part of education for young children to learn how their bodies are going to change.
Agree.
Because there's a lot of times, some moms are not stay-at-home moms. Some moms are working. Some moms don't even know how to broach the conversation.
Exactly.
I tell you, with my daughter, I went and bought a book. And I read the book so I could figure out how to do it. But it's an uncomfortable conversation to have to some people.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times they do leave it to the school.
Yeah.
And so if that is going to be the case, he needs to come up with a better plan to educate these children about what's going to be happening with their bodies.
And my thing is, what about periods has you so like that it needs to be banned? It's a part of life, homeboy. Are you serious?
But we're still talking about the same dude that's banning critical race theory. So, like,
that
for Black
I
people,
understand because it's specific to Black people.
Yeah, I guess.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really understand what his deal is.
Hey,
Hey,
King Payne.
hey King Pain, what's up? Thank you
Thanks
for
for
coming
joining us,
through.
bro.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I just don't understand.
Maybe
It
he has. It'd be interesting to see how many girls he has.
yeah, it would be. It would be.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
his I guess he's coming for the girlies now. After the black people, now it's for the women.
I mean, he's been coming
Uh,
for everybody though. They come for everybody.
yeah.
So
I guess I don't pay attention to him because Florida. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
I mean, I
But
get it.
when I saw that, I was like, "Are you kidding me?
And
Are you
see,
kidding me? Like,
exactly.
come on, you are bugging. You're bugging. You're bugging. You're bugging."
He is
Because
definitely a few flies short of a happy meal. And the sad part about it is this man may become our president. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes down
it
as well.
would be. Oh Lord. But I mean,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
Trump was
That's
our
why we got
president.
to exercise our rights to vote, people. I understand that you feel like your vote doesn't make a change. I understand you feel like your vote doesn't make a difference. But a lot of these state laws, your votes do count. There is no electoral college in your state. And you can get your freaking state together on your own. Now, the electoral college is a whole different conversation, and we're not going to go into that right now.
Excuse
But
me.
on a state level, and I think all votes count. I've always felt that way. But on a state level, your voice is really heard. If you keep yourself silent during some of these state votes, you're going to miss out on a lot of stuff, and you're going to have a lot of laws implemented on you that you ain't going to fuck with. And they're going to come back and haunt you in the rump. And there will be laws on the books that you don't even know about. Like,
Yeah.
I have to do my research, but I believe that a Jim Crow law was just passed in Mississippi because people won't go vote.
I'm not surprised though. Did you see that story about this guy? He just they just now, first of all, this happened 3 years ago. Number one, let me just preface that. It happened
Mm.
3 years ago. This white guy shot this Amazon delivery driver in the back and paralyzed him because he parked in a handicap spot. Yeah, you heard. You heard right.
Okay. So, does that give us, as the handicapped people of this country, the right to stand by the spot and shoot people?
Okay, and this man went through police academy training. He went through training of how, because he has, it's an open carry state. If I'm
Mm,
not mistaken, this was in Missouri.
mm.
Um, and it just, first of all, this thing is just going to trial 3 years later. This poor man is paralyzed. He was running away from the man after he saw that he had a gun, and he shot him in the back.
He should be charged with attempted murder.
Okay,
But, I mean, there's tons of these stories out there like that, right? Because you heard about the
I
young man
know.
in, huh?
I said I know, and I'm so sick of it. Like,
Yeah, you heard about the young man in Mississippi, right? They still haven't brought any of his people to justice yet. So,
what?
young man in Mississippi, he was mutilated.
I think I think I saw it in
It happened
passing.
about 2 years ago.
It was
So,
triggering,
he went
so
to
I
the
kind of
police. Yeah, he went to the police and told them like three guys in the truck, three white guys in the
was
truck were chasing
chasing
him.
him.
Yep.
I did see that. Yeah.
And then he winds up. So we talked about this on the panel, but then he winds up showing up, and the guy has been mutilated. They cut off his genitals. They stuffed them in
Of
his
course
mouth.
they did. Of course they
Uh,
did.
they fed his body to the pigs. Like they kept his head. They dismembered him. Like they just did some disgusting shit to this man. Right.
But I mean,
Like
that's
stuff
hate.
that only
That's
cave
real
people
hate.
would think about.
You feel me? That's the level of hate that people have in their hearts. Like,
But
because you
why?
gotta. You gotta hate somebody to do that type of shit to them. Like he was dead. You still
Yeah,
doing stuff to his corpse?
yeah. And that was in Taylorsville, Mississippi. For those of y'all who don't know, y'all need to get involved. Let your authorities know that this will not be stood for. Like the time for this shit is past, and I know we live in different places, and
And honestly, there was no time for this shit.
there was never a time for this shit. But back in the day, it was a lot more accepted. But it's not accepted anymore. People have the right to speak up for themselves now. They
Yeah,
have the duty. It's not even a right; it's a duty to speak up for yourself. And I'm not
yeah.
living in the same environment that you guys may be, so I don't know what it's like down there.
So
And
I think he was actually like still in a transitional place because he was living in a hotel, the guy,
mm,
and in a different town and working in the town where he got killed.
so I wonder if it was a sundown town because you know those still exist.
Hmm. I didn't even think of that. But still,
But still, ain't no reason to kill somebody.
thank you. He working in your shit.
Trying to help your neighborhood out.
But these sundown, they love killing. That's all it's about. So
And they still exist. So we have to be
and
very
because
careful
it's
out there.
so rare for them, I guess, to get a chance to do that, they took that chance. Because I mean, obviously they was plotting on this man.
If you went to the police and told them about it, they were. They definitely were.
Because apparently the police was in on it.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's typically how it always
and
is,
that's
though.
probably why it was a sundown. I agree with you. It definitely had to be a sundown town.
And
But
I'm just speculating. I don't know for sure. I have to do
yeah,
research. But yeah.
I think it is. I think it is. I mean, come on. But anyways, we getting too
We
low.
digress. We
So
digress. We digress.
before we get into the main topic today, which is talking about your period and how flowers affect your period, we
Before
want to
you get
see.
there, and I hate to cut you off,
Go
remember
ahead.
the cannabis infused masturbator?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Wait,
Go
wait,
ahead.
you the one that sent it to me. I'm just gonna pull up a picture.
I don't want to talk about that.
All right, cool. Then we'll keep going. We'll keep going. I thought you sent it to me to share.
I sent it to you because I thought maybe you would try it and then comment about it. I'm not gonna try it, and I'm definitely not gonna talk about it.
Y'all see my email. I'll send you the link that she sent. Hit me up.
Oh my god! So we're giggling about is the cannabis infused masturbator that just came out.
Mm.
That's what they were calling it. I didn't call it that, so I can't say vibrator, whatever. It's a masturbator because they're at the tip of it is like some type of balm or something. That's where the infused part happens, and I don't know how the rest works because I
She ain't
just
tried it. She was
yeah.
hoping I would. That's
Oh
what
my
sisters
god!
are for, man. Hey, you see this? Try this
Exactly. Exactly.
shit.
So we're gonna move on. So as everyone knows, next month is April and it's National Cannabis Day on 420, April 20th. And Cypher Sisters is going to be hosting our first ever nature walk field day.
Yeah.
And if you're in Virginia, we want to invite you guys to next week. We'll have the sign up ready. But we want to invite everyone to come out and have some fun with us. Um, bring friends,
Yes.
bring your favorite bud because we want to do a bud exchange if we can. Like, it's just gonna be fun. We may be providing some beverages and a few light eats. But we definitely gonna be have the games, little flag
Yes.
football, relay races, all that good stuff we used to do as kids. But now we're gonna do it as adults, and while we enjoy our cannabis. So as you know, that can
Woo-hoo.
be really fun. And we also encourage you, if you, in your own states, if you're not in Virginia, but you are in a state where it's legal recreationally, wink wink, um to get your 420 on with your friends and do your own nature walk and field day, and then definitely post some pics, share it with us, and we'll
Yes.
share with y'all. We're definitely gonna post videos from it.
Oh yeah.
I'm
It's
not
gonna be a
as
great time. And look, we
as I
can even
should
tell
sound, but
you.
I know it's gonna be really fun.
Oh man, it's
Go
gonna
ahead.
be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. It's happening in Richmond, just to let you guys know. So you'll be
Yeah, it
traveling to
is.
Richmond. Uh but yeah, I think it's gonna be a great time and I can't wait. And we'll probably have a couple of people doing some trunk stuff if they have to. I don't know. But we'll
Exactly.
invite friends that know stuff and have stuff to
Exactly. So
barter.
it's gonna be definitely a little sharing of information and a little sharing of flour.
Yeah.
So, come ready to have some fun and get some info and just play. Come play with us. Like, let the inner child in you go wild and come have some fun. Cause like we need to remember to play. We all need
Yes.
to remember to play. It's
Yes,
super
we
important.
do.
Hello, executive sessions 420.
Welcome, executive sessions. Yes. I love that name.
Right? So we look. I'm sorry, y'all. I told y'all that atomic, that atomic Mac be hitting.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. So come in and have fun with us. We'll be sending out
exactly.
information for the sign up sheet, and then we'll be sending out information to those who want to participate. So I think it'll be a fun day. Let's pray for a sunny, happy day.
Exactly.
Um,
And like if it's a drizzly day, we still will go
I'm
for the
still gonna
nature
be out
walk.
there. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna still be out there too because I love a good nature walk. I'll just pick a different park that's more scenic, even in the drizzles. So
yes,
get ready to have some fun, y'all. We'll see
yeah,
y'all for 20. Save the date. We are looking forward to spending it with y'all. Beautiful holiday of National Cannabis Day.
yes.
And we're going to have an amazing sesh.
Oh man, it's gonna be wonderful. I think it's gonna be the greatest part, the greatest fun part time ever.
I know, right?
Yes.
I used to love field day when I was a kid. So it being a field day for adults where you gonna be consuming
Potato
cannabis.
sack races, all that fun stuff.
Exactly.
Oh, we could do the
Exactly.
little eggs on the spoon too. Okay, we gotta talk offline, but yeah.
Um, sorry. Hello, I've been watching y'all and love your show. I also do 420 reviews from Cali, so check them out when you can. We definitely will.
Yeah,
Executive
post the link.
session
Post the
420.
link.
Yes, please post the link if you can, and we look forward to checking out your show. And thank you for supporting. Keep
Yes,
supporting.
man,
And
definitely. Thank
if
you.
you are you from Cali or do you just do reviews from for products from Cali? Sorry that I'm a little tongue tied. I'll wait for them to answer. But in the meantime, in between time, we have one more thing to talk about, or two more things to talk about. So, not last week, but last episode, we talked about our wind down. That's still going on the 31st, 8 p.m. It's free. It's just a nice little sesh. Come and have some fun. Talk to your girls. Invite your girlies, and we're just gonna be kikiing and watching a movie. So don't forget to sign up. Malika, you still have that link if you want. I don't know if you can go back and find it, but if not, we'll post it in during next week's show, and we'll post it. Pardon me. Under the comments on the YouTube page, I'll go and post it under the comments in the YouTube page so everybody can find the links for whatever the things we've been talking about. And
Sounds
then
good.
last but not least, um, we are going to.
All right.
I am hosting my first ever mini course about. It's called Flowers and Mamas, and it's a course just teaching birth professionals, meaning doulas, midwives, prenatal massage therapists, acupuncturists, pelvic floor therapists, anyone who serves a pregnant or nursing woman, excuse me. Um, I I'm offering this course to teach you, give you a basic education about how cannabis works in the pregnant and nursing body, as well as how to talk about it with your mothers that you serve. And so that link is going to be available as well. This is a one-time only offer of $20 for the course once this goes on, because it's in honor of Black Maternal Health Week,
Yeah.
because Black women are avid consumers of cannabis. However, they're forced to hide it due to stigmatization, due to fear. And I'm just concerned now that there are so many synthetic cannabinoids on the market that they don't have a safe space to make healthy choices because there's no one to talk to and no one to give them the proper education. And so I feel like it's important that we create spaces for them to have these conversations candidly and openly without fear of judgment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So again, Flowers and Mamas, April 11th, 12 p.m. in honor of Black Maternal Health Week. And I hope to see all of you guys there. We'll be sharing that link as well. So, any other updates?
So Executive Sesh 420 is from LA.
Oh, that's
Cali
what's
representing. Look, Cali for it. Hey.
up.
And he used to vendor at the sessions in Cali. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's
that's what's up.
good.
That's what's up.
What's up. Well, executive sesh, you definitely got a spot to have a good sesh in VA. If you come to this side, definitely check us. Let us know. We'll,
For
you know,
sure.
we definitely want to link with you.
For sure. For sure. For sure.
So we're gonna get into it.
And
This
one more thing, executive staff, if you see my email, send me an email or reach out to Rachel, because maybe
I'm on IG.
she's on
That's
IG.
my
We may
name.
be able to collab on some stuff, East Coast meets West Coast.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
man. I love that. All right. So we're gonna get into the main topic: your flowers and your flow.
Oh,
Why is my tolerance different during my period? Hey, that's what's up. That's what's
oh
up.
man, you
Sorry,
gotta
y'all.
let us know
I'll
next
be in
time
the
you're in
comments.
town. You gotta
For
fly into
real.
Richmond, right? I think.
I think so, but they
Is there
might
an airport
be.
in Lynchburg? I don't know.
There's other airports closer though, because
Oh,
what isn't
really?
Chesterfield Airport even closer to Lynchburg than Richmond? I don't know.
Probably.
But
Yeah.
anyways, we're getting off topic.
Yes, we are. Oh,
Good
good
morning,
morning,
daughter of the
daughter of
Most
the Most
High.
High God. Good
How you
morning.
doing? It's good to see you, and you came right on time. You came right
Yes,
on time
for the
because we're about
main event. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead.
to. So, for my business, which is my birth work business, I usually write a newsletter or a blog post, and the topic this time was about tolerance and your period, and so I decided to just do a summary talk on that article to give you guys like the talking points. And if you definitely are interested in getting the full version of the information, we also have a link for that. So once again, flowers in your flow. Why is my tolerance different during my period? Right? Oh, y'all about to get nerded out on. Get ready.
A racial nerd moment coming at you.
Coming at ya. All right. So during your period, you're gonna notice that a lot of women have noticed this, that there's a shift in your tolerance, meaning you could smoke 2 3 spliffs more than you usually do, or have more of your edibles than you usually do, whatever your consumption method is, you do way more of it and you still aren't getting high. I don't know how many people. I'm sure I'm not the only person who experienced this.
I've been wasting weed for years.
All right. Well, guess what? There ain't nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not alone. All women go through this. Cannabis consuming women go through this. I will say that. Right? The long and the short of it is that the hormones we produce on a daily basis, on a minute to minute basis, have an effect on our tolerance level. And it's more prevalent in women because our hormones shift so regularly because of the systems that are in our bodies, that at any given moment, our tolerance could be anywhere.
Yeah.
Right? And why? Two main hormones are the culprits. That's estrogen and progesterone. I'm going to explain what those are in a minute, but to fully understand, we have to understand our the systems in our body and what leads us guides our systems, right? So in our bodies, everybody has something called the endocannabinoid system. That's for the purposes of this talk. We're going to say ECS, right? So the ECS is a cell signaling system, and it has three components: endocannabinoids, receptors, and enzymes, right? So the endocannabinoids are, for lack of a better term, the main molecules or the key that unlocks all of the other systems in our body, right? So when our the main endocannabinoids that we have are, or that scientists have discovered, because they're learning about the ECS. They just discovered that we have an ECS in the 90s when they were trying to figure out how THC works in the human body. They discovered that we have an endocannabinoid system. And so now the two major cannabinoids that they've uncovered so far are anandamide, and y'all gonna have to bear with me because I'm terrible at pronouncing things. Two I'm not even gonna try it. It's we're gonna call it 2AG. Y'all can look it up because it's the only one that's named 2AG. Okay.
I gotta Google this now.
I'm a butcher it. When you Google it, you'll see why I can't pronounce it. And for the purposes of this discussion, we're not really going to be talking about 2AG anyways. Okay. So within your receptors, you have CB1 receptors and CB2. CB1 receptors send messages and unlock the systems in your central nervous system, and CB2 receptors unlock the systems of your peripheral nervous system. So to explain, your central nervous system is your brain, your spine, and it covers things that you do intentionally. So I want to do this. I want to do this. I'm talking all this. That's your central nervous system. Your peripheral nervous system covers circulation and other systems that you don't have to think about them to make them work. They're just working, right?
Yeah.
So anandamide, which is known as the bliss molecule, but I'll call it the happy molecule. It focuses on systems that produce the hormones so your endocrine system. So you're talking about hormones like estrogen, progesterone, dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, all of those really good hormones, right?
Yeah.
So when THC binds with the CB1 receptors, which are anandamide, that's where your pain center is, your happiness, all of that stuff. That's how you get it. That's why it works so well, right?
Yeah.
And I got a little ahead of myself because I have to explain CBD and THC, right? And explain why cannabis works so well in the body, because that's the whole point of this, right? So we talked about endocannabinoids, we talked about the receptors. They work together like a lock and a key, and then the enzyme breaks it down. Hey, Established in 87.
What's up, Established?
The enzymes in the endocannabinoid system break down the endocannabinoids and the receptors, and that's how the process happens, right? So now you shift to what is cannabis, right? Cannabis, the whole plant, has naturally occurring cannabinoids, just like the endocannabinoids that are found in our bodies. So the two major cannabinoids, for the purposes of this talk, because there are many, and there are many cannabinoids, and there's more being discovered regularly, and I'm not going into that. I'm going THC and CBD. So we got THC, tetrahydrocannabinol, which is psychoactive, meaning it can get you high. Then you have CBD, and it's a cannabinol, and it's not psychoactive. Um, Quickly, I'll tell you, they know how THC works in the body. It binds like regular just like the endocannabinoids you have in your body. It's the same system. The THC comes into your body, binds with the receptors that are already in your ECS, and get broken down by your enzymes, right?
Okay.
When you have your period, I'm sorry, when you don't have your period and your estrogen levels are high, the estrogen actually slows down the enzymes process of breaking down the THC. And so that's why you feel higher when the estrogen levels are high in your body. When estrogen levels are low, it's the estrogen isn't there to block the process.
Okay.
Because your progesterone levels have spiked right when they spike right when you're about to have your period, and they stay that way and then go down as your period completes itself. So because the estrogen levels are low, your body's breaking that THC down like this,
which is no bueno.
Exactly. So it doesn't have time to work in your body. And it's not only THC that this happens to, it happens to any of the because when you have your period, usually most women feel kind of like blue, right? Yeah. There's a blue that settles over you, or a melancholy, or chagrin.
Just sadness. Not, blue is the best color around.
But you may be Gucci. There may be literally nothing wrong with you, and you can't figure out why. The reason why is that, once again, because your estrogen levels are low, the enzymes that are present and getting the messages from your endocannabinoid system. So your endocannabinoid system, which is your ECS, is working overtime, sending your body dopamine, sending your body serotonin, sending your body oxytocin. But as fast as it's sending it, the enzymes are breaking it down just as fast because there's nothing there to slow the process down, because the estrogen is low and the progesterone is high.
So fellas, look out for your ladies. I mean, you only got like 5-7 days to go through this.
So what's the takeaway, right? How can you find a way to still get the results that you want, right?
Yes.
The approach is pretty simple, and it's that you need to approach your cannabis use from the perspective of cannabis is a whole plant, and you shouldn't be. It's less, I'm not going to say you shouldn't be, because I hate telling people what to do. It's less beneficial for you to just focus on one cannabinoid, right? You need to focus on more than one cannabinoid. And the cannabinoid that I'm encouraging you to focus on when you have your period, if you still want to have at least a good experience, I'm not going to say that you're going to be your tolerance is going to be where it is when you don't have your period, but you're still going to get what you need. Add some CBD. CBD is, they don't really understand like what receptors it communicates with, but it has been proven to work the same way estrogen works by slowing down the breakdown of the cannabinoids, just the way that it blocks the enzyme, the way estrogen blocks the enzymes from doing it. So if you start to implement CBD into your regimen, especially when you're having your period, it's gonna make you feel better, because we have to remember a lot of women are seeking cannabis to treat the ailments that they suffer from: endometriosis, back pain, you name it, right?
Yeah, shortness of your breast, ailments, all of that.
Yeah. Exactly. But if you're not using it intentionally, you're not going to understand why it's not working the way that you want it to. So you may be putting on topicals and taking and smoking, right? And
Yeah.
then being like, oh, okay, I'm still not feeling anything. So you smoke another one. That's not going to change anything. It's just going to be collecting in your body, but you're not going to feel the whole experience. Okay. And so I also encourage you to probably not smoke during your period and use the edible because it will give your body more time to like the bioavailability will be higher for you than it would be if you are smoking while you're on your period, especially if you're infusing CBD into your.
Your edibles. So you're telling me, use more of the honey, use more of
Yeah.
the oils, use
Yes.
more of that type of
Yes,
stuff.
especially during your period. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
um so I hope that this little talk was helpful.
It was.
And for more in-depth information, you can definitely check out my article, Flowers and Your Flow, on my website. I gave the link to be posted. I don't think Malika posted that, but I'll definitely post it in the comments on our YouTube page as well.
Yep.
And I just thank everybody for listening to me and enjoying my nerd out moment with me.
So a couple of people had comments though. So I'm
All
gonna
right,
let you run
let's
through
see.
some of these comments while I
Okay.
post the link.
Are you saying that you take more vitamin C for potency or for energy or for, because I'm not sure when in my comment, like when in my talk you said that. So forgive me.
No,
Um
she said it towards the end, like what she does in order to uh continue to get the high and kind of help her with her feeling. So she said it as you were giving when you started talking about the CBD and the entourage effect.
Okay, I'm interested in how vitamin C improves your high. Definitely share that with me. I want to look into that. Establishing 87 said, my mom talked about weed my whole life only to to her get for her to get 52 and understand. Oh, so are you saying like she was dissing it and now she's into it? Establishing 87, because that's how it go. That's how it go. It's like one of those things you don't know until you know. You feel me? Um, let's see. And she's a daily consumer. Exactly. And your grandmother, yeah, exactly. Daughter of the Most High. Your grandmother's a G. Then your
Yeah.
grandmother's a G. That's what's up. And exactly, executive sessions for 20, a full spectrum CBD oil. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. I love a good I just love a full spectrum whole plant product, to be honest with you. Like that's what I look for. And I love when my flower has that peripheral little bit of CBD or CBN or naturally occurring cannabinoids in it. So, and that's what you should look for. Definitely. I encourage you guys when you're getting gifted flower, or if you have a card and you are purchasing flower, definitely look for the flower that has those naturally occurring other side cannabinoids in it, outside of THC. You're looking for CBG. Those flowers that have CBG, jump on them. CBD, jump on it. CBN, jump on it. Good for sleep. Trust me. Let's see. Oh, okay. Okay, daughter of the Most High. I'm going to look into that. Take a vitamin C gummy. Okay. 20 to
Yeah,
30
man. That
minutes.
sounds
I'm
pretty decent.
definitely going to look into that. I want to see what why vitamin C does that.
Mm.
Oh yeah. Yes. I definitely Malika and I dabble in making infusions and edibles. We just don't do them for sale. We do them for our own.
Personal use.
Yeah, we actually have a episode that we're trying to figure out how to
How
edit.
to post.
We made some gummies and it's hilarious, but we just don't know how to post it. So y'all just gonna have to bear with us. Cypher sisters aren't the most tech savvy, y'all. So
Yeah, man. But if anybody out there is tech savvy and wants to join in, We could use some
For
milk.
real, for
So-
real. So that we can gift you with plenty of infusions because we always coming up with stuff and trying cool stuff. So
Facts.
if you are
Yesterday,
tech savvy and interested in helping us out for the gift of a whole bunch of infusions, hit us up. Email Malika.
yes, that works. Huh. Hemp gummies instead of weed gummies.
What do you mean? Established in '87.
Yeah. Oh, hemp gummies. Gotcha.
Oh, I mean, well, at the end of the day, hemp and cannabis are literally the same thing, but I feel you. I get you. That's true. Like you have to change the language that the way you say things now because they are coming after people more and more as far as like the FCC.
Yeah, and monetizing too. So we do have to be a little careful. No, it's not necessarily the language.
It's not the language. We don't know how to edit.
Our editing skills, man. There's a lot of stuff.
We don't know how to edit. One part is on the camera, one part is on the iPad, and we don't know what.
And we got to mix them together. And yeah, we don't know what the hell we're doing. We gonna be honest with y'all, man. We don't know. We having a good time. That's what
we might post them as clips for jokes.
Yes,
like at the end of the day,
yeah.
Your girl was real high when this was happening, so
both of us were. Yeah, and we got there are a couple of scenes where other people popped in that shouldn't be in there, and
I know. Oh my god, I forgot about that part.
yeah. So we can't post anything as clips until we learn how to edit that shit. So we gonna put it together. We gonna put it together.
We can put it together. We figuring it out. Bear with us. We are not tech savvy, y'all.
Okay, we'll look at any of them from moving forward, and we can handle it. All right.
Malika, hit Established in '87 up and listen.
Oh yeah, I got his number. We ain't playing no games.
All right, we got you down on this recorded that you said we'll handle it in team.
We got you established. You've been trapped.
No. And yes, daughter of the Most High, I am definitely gonna make them into shorts. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I think that's a really good idea.
That is a great idea. That's a great idea.
Well, but we love y'all, and yes, we thank y'all for supporting us once again and coming to give us your energy and joining the Cypher.
Yes.
Have a beautiful week, and we will see y'all next week, Most High willing.
Yes, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow and share, y'all. Thank you again for joining us.
Anything that we talked about that you found interesting or you think someone else might be interested in, please feel free to share the links with them. You can find them in the comments on YouTube. And if you're in the group on Facebook, you'll see the links there as well. And shalom in your heart and home, everybody. One love.
All right. Have a great day until next time.